Chapter 8. While traveling through space and time in the TARDIS, the Doctor received a distress call from a spaceship. The ship was about to self-destruct. The Doctor landed aboard the ship and tried to persuade the spaceship's computer to stop, but the computer had made up its mind, and there was no arguing with it. "You're a very stubborn computer," cried the Doctor as he searched for the ship's crew. "And you are a very stubborn person," replied the computer. "The ship will now explode in 3 minutes. "How about adding on an extra minute?" asked the Doctor as he opened a hatchway with a sonic screwdriver. "The ship will explode in 2 minutes," replied the computer. "Blast you!" exclaimed the Doctor. "That is my plan," said the computer unhelpfully. The Doctor raced through the spaceship, leading the ship's crew to the TARDIS. "The ship will explode in 1 minute," declared the computer. "Quickly, everybody, inside!" cried the Doctor. 5, began the computer. The Doctor closed the TARDIS door. 4, continued the computer. The Doctor turned on the TARDIS. 3, the Doctor flipped the switch. 2, and that was the last they heard from the computer as the TARDIS escaped the spaceship just in the nick of time. The Doctor looked round at the spaceship's crew. "I think everybody needs a holiday," he suggested, "and I know just the place." A very short time later, but a very long way across space, the TARDIS landed on a beach on Earth. But when the crew stepped out onto the beach, they all suddenly ran away. "Well, there's gratitude for you," huffed the Doctor. "There's just no pleasing some people." And then he looked over his shoulder and saw why everybody had ran away. "Oh my!" he exclaimed. "It's the Silurians!" And indeed it was, a whole crowd of them advancing up the beach. "Well, what can I do for you?" asked the Doctor, hoping that there was nothing he could do for them. "This beach is ours!" cried the Silurian leader. "Fair enough," said the Doctor. "I'll just be on my way then." But the Silurians had something else in mind. They surrounded the Doctor and the TARDIS. "The Sea Devils have claimed this beach as theirs, but they live in the sea, and we live on the land, so the beach must be ours," said the Silurian leader. "Only if you help us will we allow you to leave." Now, as you may or may not know, the Silurians and the Sea Devils were cousins, but not very close cousins, although they were equally ugly. The last thing the Doctor wanted to get involved in was an alien family squabble, but it seemed that he had no choice. The Doctor rowed out to sea to see what he could do. He asked the Sea Devils if they would give up the beach. "Never!" wellowed the Sea Devil leader. "It is ours. When the tide goes in, the beach is covered with water, so it is ours." The Doctor rowed back to the Silurians and reported the Sea Devil's answer. "But when the tide goes out, the beach is land, so it is ours." The Doctor scratched his head. It was quite a problem. And then he had an idea. "It is all very simple," exclaimed the Doctor. "When the tide comes in, then the Sea Devils can swim here. And when the tide goes out, then the Silurians can play here. You can share the beach." The Silurians looked at the Sea Devils, and the Sea Devils looked at the Silurians. "Well, actually that does make sense," said the Silurian leader. "Yes, it does," agreed the Sea Devil leader. "Now, that was easy," declared the Doctor. "How about a game of volleyball to celebrate?" he suggested, picking up a beach ball lying on the sand. "That's our ball!" cried the Silurian leader. "No!" agreed the Sea Devil leader. "That is our ball!" "Oh dear," sighed the Doctor. "Time to leave."